Hi, it's Jean and welcome back to my channel, JG Beauty. Today we're going to talk about my favorites of 2022, my beauty favorites of 2022, whether they were released in 2022 or whether they're just things that I've been enjoying using all year long. First, we'll start with the items released, with the products released in 2022. The first, this was released I think in February, is the Idéal liner by Lancome. This gives such a precise, fine line without tugging and without having to press too hard. When you have to press hard, it gives a thicker line then, and this doesn't do that. This is my favorite because of those reasons. I like a nice thin line because I have hooded eyes, so if I put a thick line on my eyes, the line gets hidden under the hood, so there's no use. There's no reason to do that. So this is my favorite. I think this retails for $22. Not too bad, not too shabby there, the price. The next is the Anastasia Beverly Hills new lip liner that was released in January of this year, and this retails for $18. This is in the shade Sun-Baked. And I like to use it with the Yves Saint Laurent. This is another one of my favorites. It's called the Slim Velvet Radical Lipstick. And there is no color on here. All it says is 304 on the bottom. So I guess that they were released with numbers instead of names. But if I show you what these two look like together, they're not perfect, but they're good. Sun-Baked is like a terracotta, and you'll see. So you can see what that looks like there. I like the ABH liners because they come in a lot of shades. They seem to last and they're easy to get on. They're a good texture. They're not too hard where you're pressing and hurting your lips to get them on, but they're not too soft where it's crumbling. So it's a good texture and I find that it lasts. Okay, those are those two products. The next, and this is a tongue twister mouthful, is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Sun-Kissed Glow Bronzer. I use this as a blush, and as a matter of fact, I'm wearing it right now as a blush. You can use it as a contour. I don't use it as a bronzer. I use it either as a blush or a contour, and I find it gives a good warmth to the skin. This is the shade medium, and as you can tell, my skin is fair to medium, more on the fair side. It's forgiving to work with, this bronzer. It isn't patchy. I'll show you. Gives a nice line, just to show that it's not patchy when you use it on the skin. Not that you would put it on in a line. Just great. It did come a little patchy there, but I think that's mainly because it's going over my parts of my hands, my veins and stuff. So I just smoothed it out a little bit, and you can see. Good bronzer. I find that it lasts. I find that it gives a good warmth to the skin and has got a great texture as well. Okay, the next that was released this year, I think this was released around the summertime, is the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation by Hourglass. Okay. This gives you a seamless, flawless finish. It's like a skin perfector. It perfects the skin. That's the best way I can describe it. I'm wearing it right now. I don't know what you think of it, but I like it. That's what I can say about this. It gives a soft glow to the skin, as it says in the title, and I would highly recommend it. It does cost a pretty penny. It is in the 50s or 60s. I'm not exactly sure. I'll put that up in the video, but I would recommend it. The next, which you might be surprised by after I've recommended all these luxury items, is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer, Serum Concealer. This was released this year as well. This is a 2022 item. And let's see if we can get that up closer. I'm in the shade medium, I believe. Beige. I'm in the shade beige. Okay. This is not too thick, not too thin, and even though it's a serum concealer, it does give, I find, full coverage. I'm wearing this today as well. It doesn't settle into creases. It's on the cheaper side, about $14. I'll put the price up for this as well. Find it gives great coverage at a reasonable price. It comes in a pump format. I don't like that too much because it's hard to get the right amount out usually with the pump, but this is a decent pump where the pressure's not so tight that you have to press really hard to get out what you want and then it squirts out all over and you're wasting product. So it's a pretty good pump. Even though I've dropped it and the pump has come off, it's still working well, so that should tell you something. These next few products are products that were not released in 2022, but that I find helpful and that, not even helpful, but good, and that I would highly recommend. The next product I'm going to recommend is the Baby Skin Primer from Maybelline, the Instant Pore Eraser, Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I find that this is the best blurring primer that there is on the market, and I have a number of high-end blurring primers that are supposed to do a better job, supposedly because they cost more money, but this is it. This is the one. I wish it came in a bigger tube. Can't have everything, but this works well. I'll find out what it retails for. I think it's about $8.99, but I'll put that up in the video as well. Highly recommend this as well. I only have a couple more makeup items left, and then the rest are hair care items. So the next makeup item is the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This is a primer. You can see mine's all messy because I use my fingertip to put it on, but it's an eye primer. And it's on the thicker side. It's not a thin kind of Urban Decay liquidy one. It's a thicker one. And what that does, what I think that does, is helps your, so you can see it's a thicker kind of spackly one, but if you shear it out enough, it does not, it's not as thin as some of the other ones. It's a thicker primer, and it helps your eyeshadow to last, whether that eyeshadow be cream or whether that eyeshadow be a powder eyeshadow. It helps those to last. I've been using this literally for, not this particular one, about 10 or 11 years now. So that tells you how faithful I am to this product and how much I like this product. The next item that I have is or are some Rare Beauty liquid blushes, and these came out, I believe, at the end of 2021, so they're not that far off from 2022. These sheer out so nicely and come in a beautiful range of shades. This one right here is called Hope. Let me double check that. Yes, it's called Hope. That's Hope. Going to put them on different arms because I'm going to shear them out for you. This is Love. It's more of a rust. Yes, this is Love. It's more of a rust shade, which is different. There are a lot of pinky mauvey shades out there these days, and I changed my mind. This is Mauve, the Hope. It's a pinky mauve, mostly tending towards mauve, I would say. And this is Happy, which is a corally, a bright corally shade. Okay, so now I'm going to shear them out, though I did give them a little time to dry down, and that's not what I wanted. So this is how the Hope shears out. Very nice. That's how the Love shears out. And this is how the Happy shears out. If you use just a little on your skin, it gives a very natural flush. If you use a lot, it still looks good, but it's going to give you that really blushy look. And if that's what you like, that's fine. But it's still a good blush in any way that you want to use it. Even if it's sheer enough where you can put on layers if you like that very blushy look. Okay, so that's the Rare Beauty Liquid Blushes. The next thing we have are some hair products. The first one is the Brazilian Keratin Therapy Conditioner. I had to turn that around just to see the word conditioner. It's a very thick, do I have a tissue here? Very thick textured conditioner. I have to shake the bottle and really squeeze the bottle to get it out. If you have thick, coarse, frizzy hair like mine that you try to sleek out, this is for you. This is step 2 after the brand shampoo, the shampoo of the same name. So you can see how thick it is. It's not for people with thin hair that this would get weighed down by. It's not going to work for people like that. They'll look like they have greasy hair, and I'm sure that's not the look they're going for. Like this one. It's the first or the second step in what I use to make my hair sleek and smooth when it is very thick, coarse, and frizzy. Another product I use after shower is the Bedhead. It's called After Party. It's another thick, this is a leave-in that tames down your hair. You can see how thick that is. You have to be careful with this. If you put too much of this in, your hair will look greasy. No matter how much you try to blow dry it out, it will look greasy. But this also helps to sleek and defrizz the hair, I find. And the Color Wow gives your hair a great shine. You know this is a good product. I'm sure you've heard a lot of people talk about this product, so it must be a good product. Depending, I don't even know if it's depending on your hair type. Does it say it works with all hair types? Finally, award-winning humidity. It doesn't mention hair type. I know it works well with my hair type. I think I've seen people on YouTube who look like they have thinner hair and it works well for them as well. They say it gives you shine. You put it in when it's wet before you blow dry and it gives you shine. I think you can also use it after you blow dry. No. Use it when it's wet. And it says you only need to use it every 3 or 4 shampoos. I don't find that that's true. I use it every shampoo. It doesn't last like that for me. Other people say it does last like that for them, but it doesn't last like that for me. So the Color Wow. I think that's it for the hair products, except for the Amika Double Agent, which I reviewed in a recent video. This smooths your hair very well. I think because of the flat brush on it. I compared this to the Dry Bar, what's it called? Double Shot. Yes, the Dry Bar Double Shot. And I found this was easier to work with because I could just drag my hair down like this instead of taking the oval brush on the Dry Shot and pulling it out, pulling it out, pulling it out. So this made my hair, my blow dry quicker and easier. So I recommended this one in that video and I'm recommending it here. those are all the products that I have. I don't have any skincare because I didn't find that there was any skincare that really did anything for me this year. Since this is a favorites video, I won't mention the drunk elephant. And I don't remember what product, so I guess it's not fair to bring it up, the brand in general, but that's the only brand I'll mention. I find that if I use it or if I don't use it, my skin looks the same. So might as well go without it and save the money. But that was just one or two products, so it wasn't the whole line. And it was I think it was the Proteiny moisturizing cream. So there's that. I also use the Tatcha skincare, and actually I do like the Tatcha water cream. It's so non-greasy. It feels so cooling on the skin. I can't say it makes my skin look any better or feel more hydrated, but I can say it's not greasy and it feels good on the skin when you put it on. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and ring the bell, and I hope to see you again soon. If you have favorites, please let me know in the comments below and we can maybe start a discussion. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.